exactly what we're doing that is not bringing us the superstardom. And part of that too in there is the money. Everybody else is making the money except us. And you know what we do, we sit down and we criticize those who are really doing their thing. Not a good thing. All right, 661-467-2407. That's 661-467-2407. The lady is going to be calling us in a quick minute or two. Hey, it is superstardom night tonight. Yeah, 661-467-2407. On the second hour, we're going to be speaking with KP Fuller. KP is going to be chatting with us as well. And, you know, we're going to be talking about Living Truth, who is supposed to be would be performing on his show coming up in May. Yeah. So we're going to be talking to Lady Genius this minute. 661-467-2407. That's 661-467-2407. Let us go straight to the phone line. 561, good evening and welcome into the show. It's the Caribbean Radio Show, the Knowledge Station. Dr. Ev on the mic. How you doing?
Hey, Dr. Ev, thank you for having me.
Oh, this is the genius lady herself.
Oh, yes, I've been listening to you. It's sounding very good to yourself.
Oh my God. Hey, listen to me, girl. Let me tell you, this is a genuine excitement when I hear the ladies, especially the young, beautiful Black women that kind of know how to blow their pipes like you do. And I get an opportunity to welcome you to this big platform. You know,
thank you so much.
Yes, my sister. So just jumping right in it. I mean, other than the beauty and the geniusness and all of those great things, I want you to tell us how you get started in this music business here, or in this journey, this musical journey.
Well, you know, for me personally, I started singing, I would say, late 16 to 17 years old. That's when I really discovered my talent. It was probably always there, but it's all in us for us to discover what, you know, our God-given talents are. And when I found out that I could sing at such a late age, probably still early, you know, but still mid, I decided to nurture it. I started out in the entertainment industry, like in the hospitality industry as an entertainer, where I'd be singing on the shows, the talent shows, the bonfires, the productions and stuff. And I realized the more and more I sing, the better I become. So then it just urged me to really launch out as a recording artist, which I started recording in 2013, just 2013.
Mm-hmm.
But been getting great responses, positive responses since then to now, and I'm loving it.
Wow. You know, a lot of us, well, folks, so we are listening to another great Jamaican talent. You know, we have to mention that because this is the cradle of some of the greatest musicians and the greatest talents coming out of Jamaica. Some ingenious stuff. And of course, the lady says in her name, she's a genius, and definitely she is. Now, a lot of folks who started out in church. Was that your place, the first platform that kind of gave you that little something?
No, no, Dr. M. For me personally, I would say school. So at 16 years old, I would sing at all the concerts being held at school. You know, I'll be called upon to do a number, you know, and stuff like that. And eventually it moved right into college with me until eventually, you know, I launched out in the hospitality industry and stuff as an entertainer. So it was like I grew up in church, but I was never like a child singing on the choir and stuff. I started out in school on the choir at school and doing concerts.
Well, a lot of us, you know, if you're a Jamaican, I say you're born singing in Jamaica, so talent is just everywhere. Is there one particular time? What was that something that say, you know what? I think that, you know, I can do this thing, you know. I think it's worthwhile me kind of exploring this thing. What was that one thing that kind of says to you, yes?
Well, for me, I used to follow up like a lot of karaoke sessions, me and my sisters and stuff. And eventually they had this karaoke competition. And, I was so confident that I could win this competition, which of course I came first. And eventually after that, it gave me it built a lot of confidence in who I was as a person and what I'm about and what I want to become. So, that was like a little hump right there for me. Starting out, following up the karaoke, doing a song every now and again, and then winning the competition overall gave me, the ultimate confidence that I knew I wanted to have before launching out in this industry.
Wow. Wow. Hey, is there any one artist that kind of say, you know what? We all sit and we dream of who we are, and will become. Is there one artist that you can say pinpoint that say, hey, if ever a person that I can emulate, this has to be the person?
Well, if you're talking about locally, without a doubt, it's Anna. And if you're talking about on an international, right? And if you're talking about on an international base, I'm definitely looking Toni Braxton. She has a very beautiful voice, very strong person, and her songs and the lyrics as well. So I really like. I grew up loving her music and stuff. So these two persons, both local and international, are two persons I really look up to vocally, and as an entertainer, as a vocalist, as a singer.
Wow, wow, wow. Any one particular song that kind of drive you, that keeps you humming that thing that particular song all the time?
Well, Itana, I am not afraid. She
Oh,
I am not afraid.
yes.
And you have to be brave hearted. You have to be a risk taker. You have to forget the fear of your abilities. Let your dreams fear you, but not your abilities. So, you're not afraid. You're a lion. You're going out there. You know that you will succeed. You know that you will triumph. So that song is a really good song. It motivates me a lot.
Wow, I love that, man. Hey, just listening to you say that and just thinking about the song seriously give me a chill, because knowing a lot of us, especially women in the business, it is not an easy road. Is never an easy road. Coming out to Jamaica and the struggles and how we have to kind of patch things together and really maneuver all of the obstacles. Hearing a woman like that coming out and sing that song, and it's a little bit more than that for me. When I look at Etana and our representation of the woman, the ideal woman, when I say unmade up in terms of not, trying to be like any other person, just
Right.
polishing our way, that kind of a strength kind of it really is empowering. So I can understand you, lady. I can understand you, Lady Genius. I
Yes,
mean,
for real.
for a young girl coming up to, these are the kind of lyrical contents that is definitely going to give us that power that you just spoke about so eloquently.
Thank you.
Wow. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit more detail. But in the meantime, we are going to be listening to one of your big, big number one tune. I want you to set this one up for me. Stay. The one, the title is Stay.
Right. Right. So this one is actually a cover version of Rihanna's song "Stay," which was an R&B style. But I saw the need, I saw the vocal abilities. I just took this song and I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to cover this song and I'm going to give it my best shot. I recreated, the rhythm was recreated by Ed Robinson in a one-drop reggae, which reggae is known and acknowledged worldwide, so you can never go wrong. And I love that song. I used to sing it R&B style during my other performances back in the hotel industry and stuff like that. And decided that, you know what, I'm going to just do this as a reggae version, a reggae cover by Lady Genius.
All right, listen to the big lady, the superstar. They have come an international superstar, Lady Genius, hitting this one hard.
A cold sweat I can't believe. I put my hands in the air and said, show me something. You say you're a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, and now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. You're really sure I feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. It's so much of the life you're living. It's not just something you say, it's given. Ooh, round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. You're really sure I feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. Ooh, reason to hold on. Ooh, yes, I need it all gone. Funny, I'm the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. When you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is aiming. You're really sure I feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. 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 Yeah, I want you to stay.
Yes, Stay, a big cover version there of the Lady Genius, doing some justice to that big song there. Wow. 661-467-2407, the number to call in. Remember, at the 9 o'clock hours, we are going to be celebrating one of the geniuses, the iconic, the man we call Mr. Living Truth. Right here, we are things here this evening. So make sure you tell a friend. 661-467-2407. The line's going to be open at 9 o'clock for you to join in. Myself and KP is going to be just chatting with you a little bit, reminiscing a little bit. I mean, on all of those great years that this young man, I call him young man, and that's left with us. Lady Genius, there are a lot of women in this business, and a lot of them kind of find it difficult to navigate a little bit. Are you finding it difficult, or is it as difficult for you as other women in this business?
All right. Overall, we have to acknowledge the fact and accept that for a woman, it's a little bit more. It's a bit challenging for any woman at all in this music industry. The reason being that this is a male-dominated arena. The music industry is a male-dominated arena. But for me personally, it's not as challenging, and I can prove to all women that are, thinking of becoming an artist, or you're an upcoming artist, or whatever it is, because trust me, I'm a very goal-oriented person, a very determined person, persevering. I'm very focused, and I say, all right, that's what I'm going for. There will be no distraction, left or right. I don't care who you are. So, and at the same time, upholding your integrity and your pride and making sure that whoever comes around you respect you for you. Because there are going to be people around you who think that they can use it as an exchanging program or stuff like that. But when you set your standard and you say, hello, I am Lady Genius and this is what I'm about, work with me or forget it. But it's going to be done either way. So when you set your standard to a level, then people will respect you for who you are. And you still find people, because I have right now, I would say 98% of the persons 97% or 98% of the persons I'm working with that have been helping me and supporting my music and pushing my music are male. And they all respect the ground I walk on. You understand me? Because I set my standard, I know what I'm about, I let them know, listen, nobody try to do that, because when you put yourself in a certain position and you portray that image as well, you're not just saying it, but you're also, bringing it to life, then, you get respect. So for me personally, I'm getting a lot of support, and it's not as challenging as I know a lot of women may have gone through, and I'm proving to other persons who are thinking this direction that it is not going to be easy, but with a lot of hard work and dedication, you will get there. You will get to your goal.
But I think, you're just coming into the business when things are changing. Oh, I mean, the fraternity is kind of looking at this little bit different, because we're talking about women who are coming in highly educated, like yourself is, who have a different outlook. Do you think that really make a difference, rather than that person who maybe came in at a level that she's not able, just singing in church and then walk into a studio just looking for a break, so to speak, rather than contributing and being a part of our crafting our success?
Right. For me personally, I believe that having an education behind all of it is a plus. So yes, having an education has a lot to do with it. Not just thinking, oh, I was born with this God-given talent, but what else do you have to offer? What if something should go, another way that you didn't plan? And what if this arena or this industry becomes, which is overcrowded already, but becomes more overcrowded? And what do you rely on? And at the same time, doing interviews like I'm doing right now and stuff like that, you must be able to analyze and answer your questions. You must be able to have a reasonable conversation and represent yourself as a person, because oftentimes you find some very talented female and males, they're artists, but when they go on to represent themselves, you want to cover your face. So at the end of the day, your education is key. Having an education is a lot, but many people will focus from a young or tender age, when they realize that they're a great singer, and forget about the educational aspect of life. And right now most of who are coming in the business are making sure that they have something behind their name, some educational background, tertiary level, etc. So it is a positive move. And it's a plus for any artist that takes up that.
Absolutely. Because I can tell you, for one, some of the foundation members before, and I have interviewed, talk about the names, and I have done interview. And one thing that keep concurring is that, hey, we were in the music just for the love of the music at time. And now that they understand that music can bring you fortune, they're left out of the fortune because they weren't incorporating the business part alongside the artistic part in their business. So they have lost out. So what you're saying is certainly making sense, that especially in Jamaica, the artist needs to go about really understanding the business side and then putting talent to business rather than the other way around. So I'm glad we talk, because we have a show every Tuesday that really focus on, empowering artists coming, in particular, coming out of Jamaica, to focus on the business aspect of this business of music, as we call it, Business 101, the Business of Music 101. So I'm glad to really hear you know, artists are looking at the business aspect just a little bit more. So I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled, absolutely thrilled. We're going to be taking a couple more of your tune, and we're going to come back and talk to this lady Genius. Hey, you got to check out her F-book page and some of her videos on where YouTube. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we're going to be celebrating our friend Mr. Ridgway, the living truth, the man who gave us some words in order for us to live by. We're going to be talking to KP. We're going to be talking to Ragalox. We're going to be talking to all of those folks. Hopefully we'll get here. And if we're not going to be able to get through to everyone tonight, we are going to be doing another show on Sunday to celebrate this great artist's life. So stay tuned about 9 o'clock, and we are going to be hanging with you. And I hope you come to celebrate with us as well. Right now, the Lady Genius, and she said, "Me not stop." Yeah, we have to take this one back from the top. Pull it up there, operator. We got it. Hey, this is a message for somebody special out there. I want to say big love to all our friends down in Argentina. Jude, I want to say big love and thanks for coming into the house. When bad mind and me puppet a try, hold you down. We want to try. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, Lady Genius not drop out of the race. Do me good, just when you speak. It's a song for repeat. The race is not for the quick, but for those who endure. They always gotta prove that for sure. Even with this, when you lock them, we're in our way. They're always open a door. And all the fight where you fight, on the hate where you hate. You never make that get me sure. And all the things where you try just to pour out my mind. Just know me not so. Like you upset in everybody's way and try to mess up everybody's day. But no matter what me do, me just kneel and pray. And that you guide my way. And I don't fight them, no fight, and I don't try them, no try. Almost every day for my life, them a fight with that me. But the lot of days no turning back. Lady Genius, I head to the top. No matter where you try, no matter what me feel, Lady Genius, not jump out of the race. Do me good, just listen when you speak. This a song for repeat. Me not stop try, I'm never give up. What's in my cup will stay in my cup. Like a super Lady Genius, I fly through this song, calling me a sorrow fun. It's like a hot sun, but I'm always a fly. Whatever feel me, I'm not through the night. So don't envy me when me achieve me goals. I never envy a soul. No matter where you try, no matter what my feel, Lady Genius not just out of the way. Do me good, just listen when you speak. Put this a song for repeat. The race is not for the quick, but for those who endure. Me always like a prove that for sure. Even with this, they lock them way in on my way. They're always open a door. And all the fight where you fight, on the hate where you hate. Me say, oh my God, get me love. And all the things where you try just to pour out my mind. Don't make that song. No matter where you try, no matter what my feel, Lady Genius not jump out of the way. Do me good, just when you speak. It's a song for repeat. No matter where you try, no matter what my feel, Lady Genius not jump out of the way. Now I'm try. Way to shine, way to shine, way to shine on the work, way to shine. Now I'm try. Yo, push it, Yes, this is the say. No matter what you try, she now drop out of the wrist. That's what I'm talking
Tell
about.
them again, Dr. M.
That's what we're talking about. I'm telling you, these are the vibration
It
that
does our
really.
message, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes we really need to get these messages. Sometimes artists don't realize. I know they do realize, and I'm sure you realize when you're talking. I mean, there's somebody that this music is going to be just talking directly to, because sometimes it
Exactly.
really get tough and rough. We have to, and this is why you guys are such good ambassadors. And you guys have to be careful, because when you hold that big mic, which gives a tend to have your attention of the world, that big stage, and somebody looking something to hold on to. Sometimes this is the only music that's gonna save them. This is the only music that gonna refuel them and give them that strength to move on and move forward. And that's why we have to honor you guys, in a lot of ways. And we're talking about Mr. Ridgway. I hope you get a chance to. You're very much young in this business. You don't hear some of these iconic reggae foundation artists, and we'd love the younger artists to listen to these artists. I normally try when I'm doing an interview with a young artist, and if I usually pair them with an older artist to give them a virtual handshake, and to let them connect and understand that somebody had prepared the way for them. It not just comes so,
That's
as they
true.
say. So I mean, we'd love for these younger artists forward and see exactly where the music is coming from and what they've inherited, and their responsibility to make sure they had to the body of knowledge in terms of what they're bringing to the table and how they're helping to make to move forward, culturally and otherwise. So you have some big shoe to fill, my sister, but sure know you can handle that. I want to
Thank
say
you.
big up to the big lady, Princess Zambia, whole country that is named after her. Somewhere in the background listening to your big artist here. I mean, the lady genius herself. I want to say big up to you over there, East Coast, West Coast, and all the coasts together, sitting in to listening to the rising super international star, Miss Lady Genius, right with us here this evening on CRS Radio, the Knowledge Station. Give us a call if you'd like to say hi. 661 That's 661-467-2407. I'd like to ask you my proverbial question. I like to really get into this one here. Lady Genius, when you heard your song for the first time on the radio, I want you to tell me exactly where was it, how you feel. Just describe that vibration for me when you hear your song for the first time on the radio.
All right. So the first time my song was played on the radio is right here in Atlanta, where I'm at right now, on the Mikey Sparkle Artist Showcase. And that was that was a very good while ago now. I was in Nashville, Tennessee, when I got when my cousin in Atlanta, she said, you know what, the perfect person to link you with, to network. And we spoke over the phone, and he says, all right, I'm going to feature you on my radio program, and send me that time I don't even have a nice professional picture, Dr. Eva.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, scrolling through the search, because he was making a similar promo ad like you did, and stuff. And I sent him the picture, emailing the sound, but it wasn't over the phone. I was in Nashville and he was in Atlanta. And oh my gosh, I didn't want to do nothing for the entire day. I was just anticipating that moment. And I decided, I'm not going to even go nowhere today. I'm staying home to make sure that I make this call on time. And while I was in the room, you cannot be where the radio is playing and stuff. And I was doing the interview. I had a device out there recording it from the computer. I was so excited. It was it's a delayed program. So even when I hung up the phone, I could hear a little bit of myself. It was a joy. it felt like first mission accomplished. You know, when you give yourself that pat on the shoulder and say, well done, well deserved. It was a joy, and ever since that, it just opened doors and doors of opportunity for me. I'm so grateful and thankful, and I have to put God before everything that I do. You know, thank Him for opening all these doors and closing the ones that He has closed too. Because without those being closed, there wouldn't have been open doors. And I just look forward into a positive life and what is yet to come.
But you don't explain to me yet how you feel in what you say, because I don't really want to hear what
No,
you
man,
said.
it was a joy. It was a moment that I
So
really
you
anticipated. I
never
was
said
excited.
anything. You never said anything. You never said nothing at all. Nothing.
Like what, during the interview?
No, man. When you get it and you hear the tune or play, what you say? What you said?
Oh my God! Like I was like, I mean, to me, it was just more of a joy than having to. I couldn't express verbally. I was more expressing emotions, you know, gratitude, and that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of achieving a goal. You know, something you've always wanted, something you've been working for. So you know, it was a joy. It was more of a joy than something verbally expressed.
Okay. Boy, I normally hear something a little bit different, but you know, I just wanted to hear the words you use and all of that stuff. So, what did that say to you? I mean, here you've been winning karaoke and all of that, and that is giving you the kind of vibes that say, hey, you know, I'm taking this road, and it seems to be, people are really appreciating or appreciating loving what I'm doing, and it's energizing me. But now you get your first interview that hundreds and thousands of people will be listening to you. What signal did that give to you finally? Is this that breakthrough that say, you know what, hey, Lady Genius is definitely, this is what I am going to be going forward to?
Definitely. When I got that first interview and knowing that I could have gotten that interview and I did so well, getting all the compliments and all the positive comments coming back and stuff, I knew exactly that was the paved way. That was the open door to a whole new world, as they would say. It was really the beginning of a whole new world for Lady Genius.
Wow. We're glad for that, sister, and we honor you. And I mean, for the good work that you're doing and what is yet to come for you. Just keep on that positive vibration there. And I know you have some good management behind you. Tell us about your management and the folks, your team, the team effort that the team that's behind you. Tell us a little bit about those folks.
All right. So I did not stop trying on a label called Push It Record, and Push It Record is in New York. He introduced me to this wonderfully made sweetheart lady, Princess Zambia. I have to big her up because trust me, the doors that are open through her hands and the doors that are yet to be open, I am just anticipating I'm just anticipating the positiveness that can come out of this. I want to say big up to Princess Zambia, and also working along with her partner, Janice Baines, you know, and stuff. But, you know, Princess Zambia is really the person behind it. She's the backbone of my music. She's making sure that it's reaching all over the globe, not just United States, UK, Canada, Trinidad, you know, all over. And whenever I hear from her, it's always something great. Lady Genius, we're going to keep you busy. You have another interview, you have a show, stuff like that. So I say kudos to her, hats off to her, and all the person that she's working with, because she's working with Push It as well, Janice Baines, and, you know, East Coast, you know, Trevor Ford and the whole work. I want to say big up to the entire team up there in New York, you know, with Princess Zambia.
Wow. Hey, Princess Zambia, wherever you are, somewhere out there, hey, give yourself a little pat in the back. Pat in the back. I don't know how you're going to stretch back there, but hey, you can do just about anything. And the big lady we have right here on our microphone this evening, we call her the Genius Lady. She is none other than... Oh, we're going to stick you some music for her. And we're going to say, broken and hurt, Hurt and Broken, Lady
Hurt and
Genius.
broken.
Want to say big up Mighty Full 13.
Why did you hurt me? Please tell me why. I need to know. How do you break my heart in two? I know your love was never true. No, I should have known right from the very start. You break my heart. You break my heart. You break my heart. Now I'm broken, lonely, and confused. Cause you told me I'd never lose you. But to blame it all on me. What too blind to see what you were doing to me. But now I'm broken. Even though I sold my heart, I was stolen. The pain that I feel is unbearable. I hope the words from my heart you'll hear it. Oh yeah. Now there's tears on my pillow and you're still on my mind. Heart still crying and I still can't define. No, you're the reason for leaving me behind. Still searching to find. I'm still searching to find. No, I'm still hurting and can't control my tears. Such a reckless move after so much years. I placed an ice box where my heart once used to be. What you've done to me, I hope one day you'll see. But now I'm broken. Even though I'm sold on my heart, I was stolen. The pain that I feel is unbearable. Now hope the words from my heart you'll hear it. Oh yeah. But now I'm broken. Even though I'm sold on my heart, I was stolen. The pain that I feel is unbearable. Now hope the words from my heart you'll hear it. Oh yeah, yeah. My heart you'll hear it, hear it. Even though I sold on my heart that was stolen. The pain that I feel is unbearable. Now hope the words from my heart you'll hear it. Oh yeah. But now I'm broken. Even though I sold on my heart that was stolen. The pain that I feel.
Yes, the lady says she's broken. Hey, but she ain't out of the game though. You know what I'm saying? I want to say big love to all of you hanging out there with us this evening. This is a really, really wonderful night. Of course, I told you we're going to be celebrating a little bit later on the life and works of the big man, the genius, the iconic reggae artist, Mr. Living Truth, Mr. Leroy Ridgway. I'm going to be coming up in the 9 o'clock hours, and we're going to be joining with friends and talking about this man and some of the great lyrical blueprint that he left for us. I mean, you got to listen in. You got to listen in. Lady Genius, I mean, I know that you've been, busy, with lots of upcoming concert. Anything particular coming up for the summer? And any new material coming up in the studio?
All right. So currently, I'm working on an album to be released. I would say early March, and this will have a number of an amount of 12 songs on there, which will also feature my singles that you're playing now and that have been released, even the collaboration with Anthony Malvo and stuff like that. So it will have a total of 12 tracks, which is going to be my first album, and it's titled "I Can Do It."
Ooh.
Right, that's the name of the album. I Can Do It. You know, to prove that, you know, everything that I've done, you know, with all the work and dedication, it could have been done and you can do it. And I have been selected by Jamaica to represent Jamaica in Los Angeles, California, in the World Championship of the Performing Arts in LA for July this year. So I am a vocalist representing Jamaica among contestants from over 50 other countries to meet up in Los Angeles in July. So I'm really looking forward to this experience. It's my first, and I'm really anticipating, and I'm confident that I will represent Jamaica to the best of my ability. And also, I'm going to be on the mountains, of course, in late June. And of course, you know, Princess Zambia is working on a lot of shows, and shows will come up in Canada. Shows are coming up. The dates are not finalized yet. And my most recent show will be the 30th of January in Orlando.
Wow, wow. Representing Jamaica after only just a couple of years established as professional. I mean, wow. Congratulations, my sister.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
And I mean, I know you'll do us well. You certainly will do us well. I mean, they have chosen well. Let me say that. They have chosen well.
Thank you so much.
Uh,
I'm honored to be able to do that. Thanks.
Let me go to the phone line and see who we got here. 347, good evening and welcome into the Caribbean Radio Show, the Knowledge Station. Lady Genius on the line. How are you, darling?
Hello, bless up Dr. M.
Is this the whole Zambia of a country?
Hi, Princess Zambia.
First and foremost, I have to bless you up for the interview for Lady Genius. Highly appreciated, sis. And big up the whole team. She said it all. And Lady Genius, I'm so proud of you. Enough love goes to you, all right?
Thank you so much, Princess Zambia. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
one of the hardest working women in the business, that is the superstar of working and superstar of the feast of women, really cutting their headways and the highways in this business. I want to say big up my sister, big up, big up. You've been doing an absolutely super great job and taking on the sisters and really making their light shine. You have been doing a significant job in that area, and I want to honor you for that as well.
Thank you. And you keep up the good work, Dr. F.
Oh, thank you, my girly girl. I
I
mean,
mean,
you're an
making all
example. You're an
this
example.
possible.
You're an example to follow. I have to follow like in your foot. Yeah.
You listen, Dr. F, you're the pro. You've been doing this for years. So I have to learn some from you.
Oh, well, we both learn from all three of us learn together. That's what this is all about, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Uh,
indeed.
and we're gonna drop two more of the lady genius representing Jamaica. I mean, in California, sometimes in the coming next few months, and having some big show lineup. I know. I mean, you're having some show lineup for her as well. Wow, we're definitely behind
Oh,
this young
most
sister.
definitely. She will be performing in the mountain, Reggae in the Mountain, in association with Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Best Link Up. Then she will be performing another charity event in Queens, which I have to get the date finalized first. And a lot of other shows coming up for her. So things looking pretty good for her this year.
Wow, wow. Well, under this kind of management, it's just a matter of when, when the big, big platform just open up and the gold mics kind of step out. You know what I mean? I mean, we love that. We
Yeah.
love that. We love that. Well, as she said, we're not stop trying. We're not stopping trying. That's what the lady says. We are going to be taking one of her other big song, and and we'll be coming back to you in just a short second or two.
Here we go, damn, here we go again. Loving you causes me so much pain. But you don't see, you never see it. So why? Now I'm just doing what I have to do, baby. And night for a night. I know I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby. God knows I never meant to turn you on, turn you out. I never meant to take it that far, baby. God knows I never meant to hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you. Baby, yes, you're close, I'm not gonna lie, baby. I've been you wrong so many times. So I know why you crossed the line. Ooh, but girl, I never dreamed you cheated me. But I ain't followed. Oh, baby, it's the pain I put you through. What I did to you. How I made you cry. God knows I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby. God knows I never meant to turn you on, turn you out. I never meant to take it that far, baby. God knows I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby. God knows I never meant to turn you on, turn you out. Never meant to take it that far, baby. God knows I never meant to hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you. Oh, Lord, can we start over again? Can we stop, baby, yes, give you one more try. The tender kiss that you give to me will be the only thing that I'd ever need. But no, I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby. God knows I never meant to turn you on, turn you out. Never meant to take it that far, baby. God knows I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby.
I know I've never meant to hurt you. Yes, never meant to hurt you. Never meant to break your heart. That's the Lady Genius right there for you. One of our up and coming international superstar right out of the wonderful place of management of the Lady Zambia, Princess Zambia. I mean, she has all kind of a name, I mean, that's when you know you're powerful. That's when you know you get there. That's when you know you get there. We got a couple of minutes left. Before we get into the big part of our other part of our big show with Living Truth, celebrating Living Truth and the work. Give us what any plans? Any plans that you're working on right now? That kind of that we can follow on with you. Anything in particular that you're working on?
Well, currently, as I said, just the album that I'm working on and the shows for the rest of this year, we're taking bookings and stuff. So basically, there's a few more songs. You've heard the songs and the concept behind the songs. They're all reality-based songs. So right now, there's going to also be one coming out called I Don't Want to Cheat. You know what I mean? It's just the day-to-day story of the persons around us, and even if you don't relate to somebody can relate to it. So you have this person, you don't want to cheat, but you're tempted to because somebody else. It's a contradicting story and stuff like that. So that's the concept behind the story, and that's a song that's coming out on the album as well for March.
Wow, good. Tell us where we can connect with you. I'm going to go back to Princess Zambia and get some of the details. But your Facebook, your Instagram, and all those social platforms, where can we connect?
All right, so all the listeners can actually find me on my fan page. I have a Facebook fan page. Just type Lady Genius Music. That's on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Lady Genius Music, all in one word. And for bookings and other inquiry, email me at ladygeniusmusic@gmail.com. You can also find the tracks that Dr. Ed played tonight on SoundCloud. Just type Lady Genius. Everything is simple. Lady Genius Music, ladygeniusmusic@gmail.com. And Lady Genius Music on Facebook. Also on YouTube, if you just type Lady Genius, all the music videos and live performances will also pop up. So
I think you're really onto the something here. You've been studying the business of music 101. That's what we're talking about: consistency and branding. You're getting it there. We're under the tutelage here of the great Princess Zambia, I guess. So Princess, when we can call in for some booking and all of that stuff, give us some connection for you there.
Okay, you could call me at 347-679-9703.
All
So
right.
I have to also big up the team in person now. Push It to Record, big up Forward Management, and of course, CRS Radio Show. Love you.
Well, blessing and thank
Love you every
you.
time.
Thank you. Hey, you heard the number 347-679-9703. That's 347-679-9703. And of course, the lady has a whole entourage of the best in the music business here. Any words that you'd like to leave us with of inspiration, Lady Genius? Anything in particular?
Well, all I have to say, just inspire everybody, is that first you have to believe in your dreams, believe in yourself, and others will have no choice but to believe in you.
Wow.
I
Why?
mean, I've seen it for myself. It's a quote. I don't remember whose quote it is, but it's stuck with me because I remember, a couple of years ago, and persons, some people never even look at you and say, "Whoa, you're a great singer," or even, just commend you or stuff like that. And now you realize that when you believe in yourself, and you know what, I'm going to do this, I can do this, they have no choice but to come right back around and say, "Oh my God, I'm proud of you."
Yes.
You know what I mean? So help them to believe in you by believing in yourself first.
Boy, I'm telling you, I think we're seeing more than just music here,
My deserving purpose telling me I need to motivate and inspire some of these young upcoming artists, and I'm sure they will take. Some of them have already been taking page out of my book because they said, "Eddie Genius, what are you doing differently?" I said, "Trust me, when you're asleep at night I'm toiling through the night. I'm doing something productive. I'm making it happen for tomorrow. So, you know, they will start looking and saying, you know what, I can take something from her page or, you know, from that book or stuff like that. So, and working with the great team that I have working with, I have to once again big up and elevate and highlight the great work of Princess Zambia, Push It Record, Trevor Ford, the whole work that's behind me, because trust me, it does a lot. It helps to have a team. As they always say, teamwork makes the dream work.
Ooh, boy, I'm telling you, you know, I have to come to you for something. Hey, you got it, man, girly girl. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lady Genius and Princess Zambia and all the team for allowing me this great pleasure of speaking to one of our great artists coming out of Jamaica. Hey, she's going to have to write the history book here. Believe you me. It is said here, right here on CRS Radio, Caribbean Radio Show. And we're going to take out the lady, get a little bit more touch of our beautiful song here with the message. And we are going to start another segment of our show, The Living Truth. Mr. Leroy Ridgway is going to be coming your ways in song, in memory.
When bad mind and me puppet a try, well you don't. We want to try. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius not drop out of the race. Do me good, just when you speak. Put this as long for repeat. The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. Me always have a progress for sure. Even with this, when you lock them with the way, you always open a door. And all the fight where you fight, and the hate where you hate. We never make that get me done. And all the things where you try just to pour out my mind. You never know me that song. You upset in everybody day and try to mess up everybody day. But no matter what me do, me just kneel and pray. And just guide my way. And I don't fight them, no fight, and I don't try them, no try. Almost every day for my life, there are five for that me. But the lot of days no turning back. With it, genius, I have to it stop. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, with it, genius, not jump out of the race. Do me good. Just listen when you speak. This is some repeat. Me not stop try, I'm never give up. What's in my cup will stay in my cup. Like a super lady genius, I fly through this storm, calling me a sorrow song. Like a hot sun, but I'm always alive. Whatever kill me, I'm not through the night. So don't envy me when me achieve me goal. I never envy a soul. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius, not just out of the way. Do me good, just listen when you speak. Put this as long for repeat. The race is not for the sweet, but for those who endure. Me always like a proof that is sure. Even with this, me block them way in my way. You always open a door. And all the fight where you fight, and the hate where you hate. We never make that get me done. And all the things where you try just to pour out my mind. Just don't make that song. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius, not jump out of the way. Do me good, just listen when you speak. This is some repeat. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius, not jump out of the way. Yeah. Now I'm try. Way to try, way to try, way to try, now go work, way to try. Now I'm try. Yo, push it, yo. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. A new day is dawning. Wake up the people from far and around. We got to make a joyful sound. We're 100 years ago today. We are Survived in slavery, and now it's very plain to see. Time has set us on free. Write that down, write it down, write that down, write it down, write that down, write it down. We were born down in chains. Write that down, write it down. Got the children are free. We want to be an asset to society. Work and keep up the economy. Yes, people smile and send us a bill. Show me my UFO. On the day when we were set free, we were happy as can be. And from that day until now, we don't see no reason to bow. So I'm calling for leaders. Get together in numbers. Sit around in reverence. Hold a breath in conference and satisfy my soul. Freedom all over the world. Satisfy my soul. Freedom all over the world. Freedom in America. Freedom in Jamaica. We want freedom for Africa. Yes, and satisfy my soul. Freedom all over the world. Yes, yes, satisfy my soul. Freedom all over the world. Write it down, write that down, write it down, write that down, write it down. We were born down in chains.
Yes, write it down. Freedom, the big man we call Living Truth. I'm going to go to the phone line for my co-host. KP, good evening and welcome in Caribbean Radio Show, the life and works of our dear friend, Living Truth, Mr. Leroy Ridgway. How you doing, my brother?
Yes, write it down. Greetings, Dr. I really appreciate you having me on the show, and it's an honor to be here. It's a mixture of joy and happiness and sadness, everything at once, to be here this moment, because, we are celebrating life, living truth, but at the same time, we're also, saddened by his passing, too. So, I have a mixture of emotions, but very thankful for everything you've done, and it's a pleasure to be here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, as you know, as I know, Living Truth, I mean, a very special person, very dear friend of yours. And we're going to talk a little bit about, how you connected with him and all of that. But ever present right here on CRS Radio. It, as you rightly say, it is. I don't even want to say passing. I guess I'm still at that point where it has not hit home yet. I just spoke to. He always constantly just update me, like every 2 weeks or so, what's going on. And I just talked to him the Saturday, not too long ago, and to know that we're talking about him in this way now. It's kind of surreal. It's really surreal.
It is. It is. And the strange thing, I was on Facebook like 15 minutes ago, and his name came up as active on the internet. You can see people's their status.
Yes.
So I guarantee you right now, he is trying to make a collect call from the heavens for your show right now. Because I know he would want to be on the show right now. I know that in all my heart. So he's doing his best to make that collect call right now. I just know that.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know that is true. I mean, you know that is true. He'll be coming through. I mean, we did a couple of shows out to Jamaica. You know what difficulty we had sometime in making those calls come true, but he's always persistent enough to make sure that he linked up. Um, Talk to me a little bit. As a matter of fact, we will be doing a second show on Sunday because I don't think that 2.5, 3 hour show is for what this man has contributed to our world. 3 hours or even 6 hours is not good enough time for us to celebrate his life. And I know you have real connection because he did a show in your area, kind of a bringing, and that is so important too because we're talking about an historical ground that he came to break on, and it was just about ready to come in another couple of months again. Talk a little bit about that, but before you do, let me just open up the line here. 718, good evening and welcome into the Caribbean Radio Show. My co-host, KP, is on the line here with me. Is this Raga? I think this is Raga.
Yes, I love, yes. Yes, I'm here.
Blessed, Raga, blessed. Thank you so much for hanging on. I mean, long time no talk to. It is really, it's always a pleasure hearing from you. I mean, I'm opening up your mic for you to just join in the conversation. KP is on the line with us too, and I'm sure you're familiar with KP as well. And
Respect, brother. Respect, man. Big respect. I heard a lot about you, man. He told me a lot about you, man. Definitely good to link up with you. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I know Raga. Hey, folks, we're talking to the great Mr. Ragalak there. You know, what I mean, one of my favorite persons, even especially for one song in particular. I mean, always kind of get my attention.
It's so ironic we're talking about Living Truth, and he has a song by the name of Black Rose. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Of course we do. Of course we do. I mean, and I know you.
I didn't even know he had that song when I did my song.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I heard this song later. You know what I'm saying? So have a big up on that. Virgin man, true youth and thing, and I mean, it's just so sudden, so surprising, I just got some information also. His service will be in Jamaica, in Delhi. I don't have the exact church right now, but it will be February 1st, Sunday, February 1st.
Oh, Sunday, February 1st. I'm glad for that. Glad for that, Raga. Glad for that in Demby. And I know he performed a lot in Demby because before he left to Jamaica, he was trying to really get the mentor concert going down in that area there. And I was trying to help out in choreographing that as well. So, I mean, I'm really glad that somewhere out in Demby where he is, the whole cultural thing for him began, he's going to be hanging out in that area there for a little while. KP, talk to me a little bit. You had an opportunity to not physically meet, and he was able to be on a very historical ground last year. Talk to us about that. And you really single-handedly made sure you invited him from Jamaica. Why did you seek out Living Truth?
I mean, like I told you before, Living Truth, I've always looked for his music. He produced a lot of here and there records. Some didn't hit the mainstream, so they're lost in time. Even himself, was surprised. He maybe got a friend call him, "Hey, your record's on eBay going for $100." So, I was always almost like an archaeologist of artists like Living Truth, because these guys they're just as important as the big guys too. They got the same important message. And I contacted with him maybe, before I started putting on shows. I was actually just looking for records. I mean, he still has some records. He has a record called, I think it's called Dreadlocks Man.